Today we're going to have a look at the PebblePad system, which is perfect for people who are studying away from university, so the distance learners, people on placement years, and people who are looking to keep up a constant record of their study, a type of blogging, as well as recording thoughts, areas that they've studied, and keeping a journal of their time spent away from uni, particularly on placement years. So firstly, how to access the PebblePad system. It's simple, a web address which is here, which is http:// and then eportfolio with a hyphen.plymouth.ac.uk, and if we click on that address it will load up the PebblePad login screen, and you just log in here with your usual username and password that you would log into the portal. It's a single sign-on, so just one username and password to remember, and once you've logged in we'll get a little loading screen, and hopefully in a couple of seconds we'll get the PebblePad main interface. Now the really useful thing with PebblePad is it allows you to create a record of what you've been doing and store it in a really organised way so you can refer back to it or share it with others. And it refers to these as various different things, so you can have just simply a thought that you've had, something that popped up in your mind and you wanted to make a record of it, a meeting that you've been to, something you've actually done, so an experience, and various other activities and action plans. Now PebblePad refers to these as assets and stores them in what's called your asset store. So what we're going to have a look at is just very briefly how to create a new one and share it with someone. Now this is particularly useful if you're, say, keeping a journal of your time whilst on placement and you want to share it with your placement tutor so they can give you some feedback. So we'd select create new, we'd select exactly what it was, so maybe it was an activity that we've done, and then this allows you to enter a title, a description, and then give you a bit more explanation, add in dates, and you don't have to do these, but it's a really good thing for recording something when you're putting specific times, how you felt at the time. It's really good for reflective learning. So once you're happy that you've created your activity, it will show up as an asset in your asset store. Now what we're going to have a look at is how to share this with another person. And an example of when you would do this is if you're on placement and you're keeping a journal of exactly how your placement year is going and how you're finding your work, and you want to share this with your placement tutor and get them to give you feedback so you can assess exactly how you're getting on. So if we click on the assets in the assets store, it's going to show us a list of the assets we've got. We've just got one document in here at the moment, and it's a Word document. So if we click on this, it's then going to give you options of exactly what you want to do with it, and we can view it or we can edit it, and for the purpose of this demonstration we're going to send it to somebody. So if we hover the mouse over the send to, it gives us an option of where we would like to send it to, and what we're going to do is select person, and this is going to give you your list of contacts. Now the beauty with PebblePad is that it allows you to share with people not only within the university but also people that are completely external. So if we wanted to add a new person, and so we wanted to add a colleague or somebody within the university, we're going to type their name in, and this is a colleague of mine. I'm going to select the tick and it's going to do a search, and then it's going to bring them up, and this is the person that I'm looking for, so I'm going to select them. Once we're happy that we've selected the right person, we click the tick down the bottom, and this is going to add the person to your contacts, and we can see them there. So once we've added them, and this is who I'm sharing the document with, we can select exactly what type of permission we're going to give them. So obviously we want them to be able to view it, so that's set by default, otherwise we wouldn't be sending it to them. And if we want them to be able to give us feedback, to comment, to copy parts of the document, etc., we can all select these. And there's a brief, if we just hover the mouse pointer and click, it'll tell you exactly what type of permission you're setting. So you never set more than you want, you can always find out exactly what you're sharing. Once you're happy that you've selected A, the right person, and B, you've given them the right types of permission, I'm just going to give this grade and feedback. I'm going to select the tick down the bottom, And that is it. We've just shared that document. That person will get an email and they will be able to look at it, and depending on the permissions that you've given them, give you feedback and then send it back to you. Hope this has been useful. Thanks very much for watching.